Hey everybody, welcome back to Lumiere. My name is Claire Summer. A big shout out to all my amazing subscribers, my Lumies, and also a big thank you to everybody who has donated through the Energetic Exchange. I am sending you all a big hug. It's lovely to see you here today, and today we are doing a beautiful, positive reading about what it is that people love about you. What do they love about you, either in a romantic sense or your soul tribe? So we know that you're loving, you've got your beautiful loving heart, but what makes you lovable as well? So just some positive messages for you to cut through all that negativity that we have, that we're exposed to in the world, and those negative messages that try to pull us down and tell us that we are unworthy or unworthy of love, which we so often receive subconsciously from the media and from Instagram and things like this, telling us that we need to work harder to be loved. But today we're just celebrating your uniqueness and just knowing that you are lovable just as you are. So it's going to be a really fun reading. It is a timeless reading, so whenever you have discovered this video, please know that there may be a message here for you. And also, it's just a general reading for the collective, so please just bear that in mind. So just take what resonates and leave the rest for you today. So today we've got 5 groups. I will insert an overhead shot for you of the 5 groups. I ask that you choose from your intuition. So just drop down into your body and take a deep breath and pick from that quiet inner voice that we all have to guide you as to which of the 5 groups will resonate with you the most today. The timestamps are all in the description box as always. And while you do that, I will just let you know that I've got a beautiful collection of guided meditations and affirmations to help to raise your vibration. People have been writing to me with their stories of transformation about how doing this work has really created shifts in the blocks that they've had towards attracting love and prosperity into their lives. So really amazing stories. Do just have a look at those and see if they resonate with you. But I'm really looking forward to doing this beautiful positive reading with you today. And yeah, make your selection and I will see you in a moment. Hey everybody, welcome to everybody who picked group number 1. This is your reading. We're going to find out what people love about you. So I'm actually just going to move the camera down a little bit so you can see the cards as I take a look at them for you. So we'll see what energies we've got here for you. So we've got Knight of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, the beautiful animal spirit card Firefly, the card Sanctuary from the Wild Offering Oracle deck, I believe that is, and the card Seeker. Okay, move you back up. There you go. So what I'm seeing here with this 10 of Pentacles is that people really love to be around you. You've got like just a lovely presence is what I'm hearing, and I feel like you really add value to people's lives with this energy. So you're friendly, you've got really good interpersonal skills, you love meeting new people, like you're not afraid to meet new people. If you go into a group, you're just like happy to just be like, hey, new people to meet, let's find out about them. There's no sort of fear there about meeting new people or what they're going to be about. So I think you love meeting new people. I think you maybe love being with your family, or you really vibe with them, or you've got a soul tribe that you really vibe with as well. I think people look at that, you know, maybe if they don't come from, you know, if they don't have such a supportive group of people around them, that they sort of look at you and they see that as being quite solid and as being just a really lovely thing, that you're so nice to the people around you and that you've got this solid crew around you, and it makes you quite rooted and grounded is what I'm sensing. So, but just this lovely magnetic energy of people just enjoying being around you, you know, they don't get drained by your company, you're quite upbeat and positive, and yeah, people just enjoy that. I think that's really good. With this Knight of Swords in the reverse, this is really interesting. It indicates to me that you're quite measured, like you don't rush to a conclusion about things. So maybe when other people jump to conclusions about other people's situations, you're just like, well, let's just give it a little bit of time. Let's just see in the fullness of time what is what the truth is behind this, and that you're not really judgmental when you meet new people about kind of what's going on with them. You always give people the benefit of the doubt. You just give them a chance to reveal themselves, and you don't judge a book by its cover. You just let them get to know, you get to know people in that more measured way. So you're quite considered, you like to think things through. I sense that you're not really impulsive, and if you want to make a big purchase, or you want to take a new job or make a change in your life, you really consider, you will weigh up all the options. And if people want to talk to you about what's going on in their lives, you're just like, I want to hear both sides of the story. So again, this measured energy where you don't rush to conclusions and you like to think things through is what I'm sensing. And people really admire this about you. This is something to love about you. They wish that they could be a little bit more like that, and they just see that as a good characteristic that you have. Now this is really interesting with these two sixes that we have here, with the Six of Swords and the Six of Pentacles here. What I'm sensing with these two together is that you're a very balanced person, and again, this makes you very lovable. It makes you very easy to be around, rather than sort of being up and down and all over the place. This lovely balanced, grounded energy that we were talking about before, which makes you very sort of peaceful to be with. So I'm sensing that you may you've got like this helping quality to you, whereby you like to help other people in some way. You like to support other people, like you've got their backs. So it may be that you are in a helping profession. Maybe you're a nurse or a counsellor, or you give advice to people about their finances, or just something like this. Or it may be that you like to do charitable things. Maybe you donate to charities regularly, or you're really into the environment and you like to campaign for the environment, or you're working towards zero waste or something like this. You've just got this compassionate nature. Just like what I'm hearing is that you've got a beautiful big heart, just like you're like a good-hearted person. This makes you really lovable, really easy to love when you're like this, because you've got no agenda going on. You're not interested in trying to impress other people. You're just interested in feeling nourished and trying to nourish other people and trying to make the world a better place in your own particular way. It's so beautiful is what I'm sensing. It's like you've got a lot of empathy. You may even be an empath as well. When I see this energy here, you've just got a lot of empathy, and just can really, you've got a lot of time for other people and what other people are going through. Like it makes, like you really want to help with that, because you've got this beautiful big heart. So, and that's your gift to the world. I sense that you can really give solace to other people through listening to them, through helping them, through really seeing them, holding space for other people, letting them tell their stories, letting them open up. I feel like people trust you quite quickly, because you've just got, that's just in their energy, and this is really, really lovable about you. So that you want to support other people, so maybe financially or maybe with your time. I think that's really beautiful. We've got this card, the Seeker. Now this is a really beautiful card. This says to me that you know that there is more to life than meets the eye. So you're aware of the sort of spiritual nature of life, and what I'm feeling is that you introduce this to other people who may not see the world in the same way. So I think that you maybe take this for granted. It just comes naturally to you. You understand that there's more to life than meets the eye. There's more to this life than just the 3D world, and other people perhaps haven't considered this. They haven't got that conscious awareness. They haven't had that spiritual expansion that you have. So I do feel like you're always looking out for that you can introduce this concept to other people just through your own being, the way that you are, without trying to force any ideas onto people. Just the way that you talk about the world, the way you see the world, helps other people to expand their own consciousness, is what I'm sensing. And this again makes you very lovable, makes you very magnetic, because it's inspirational, is what I'm hearing. It inspires other people to level up. It inspires other people to expand their consciousness, which I think is really beautiful here. And like, maybe you've been on a spiritual journey, but whatever it is, you help other people to grow. This is what I'm sensing when I see this Seeker card and then these 2 sixes, that you really, your journey here on earth is really about helping other people to grow in some way, helping them to expand their consciousness. It makes you very lovable to be like this. Like, you're quite a gentle person, because we have this card Sanctuary and the 9 of Pentacles. So I think, like, you look like a person who has got it all together. People really see that, you know, maybe you don't feel that way, but when people see you, they feel like you are like, you know where you're going in life, you know what you want about life, that you're very authentic, that you don't that you just look like you've got it all together, because you know which direction you're going in. And I think other people see that, they see that as being very lovable about you, and because they see that and just thinking, wow, maybe I could get my shit together a little bit more, or maybe I could be a little bit more focused, or maybe I could give more to other people than I already am. So again, this inspiring energy that you've got, so, and this ability to accept people no matter what. So, and again with this card Sanctuary, people just find you as a sanctuary, because you're not asking people to prove themselves, and you're not like, show me what you've got. You just accept people how they are, and this is very relaxing to be. It makes you like a very relaxing person to be around. I sense that you don't particularly court drama, you're not really into getting involved in dramas and lots of gossip. You just like, you do you. Other people can get on with where they are at in their lives, and you're just happy doing you, living your own life from your own authentic truth. And this authenticity is very magnetic, very lovable, because not very many people have this. A lot of people are acting out of their egos, they're acting out of fear, they're trying to get outside validation, but you're just like, I'm just happy doing me. I know what it is that I want from life. I appreciate my life, and I'm doing this. So this makes you a sanctuary to other people. It makes you really good to talk to. It means that you're a really good listener. It means that you're very peaceful to be around, exceptionally loving. So that's really lovely. And then we have this beautiful energy of the Firefly. This just says to me that maybe you're very creative. Again, this makes you very inspirational. It means that you can gel really well with other people, with your creative ideas. I just feel like you see the world in a very creative way. Not necessarily a traditionally creative way through writing music or painting or something like this. Just, you see the world, you can see the potential of people, you can see the potential and possibilities of life. So you're always getting inspiration. I feel like you've got a lot of ideas for things. Makes you quite sparky, you know, you've always got an idea about what's going on with things, or how things can be done a bit better, or how to make things more exciting or to make things better, and people really love your ideas. So this makes you very lovable. And what I'm sensing with this beautiful Firefly energy is that you illuminate the way for others, which was what I've seen here in these other cards that we've been talking about. Like, you let your light shine, and by doing that you illuminate the way for others, by letting your light shine with your own unique perspective on the world, through how you see the world and through how you see the potential of other people, and you light the way for other people. So this is what makes you really lovable, just that good heart, just, you know, connecting to other people really deeply, really having other people's backs, and them just being able to trust you so implicitly with their truth, with their hearts, and it just makes you very magnetic, very lovable. And also with this 9 of Pentacles, I sense like you don't seek outside validation. You're just happy doing you, and getting on and being your own authentic self. You're not looking for people's opinions. What do you think about this? What do you think about this idea? What do you think about what it is I'm wearing? What do you think about what it is that I'm doing? You just, it's not like you're like, oh, I don't care about that, or you've got a wall up or anything. You're just so involved in your own authentic self and doing what you want to do, and that is very inspiring to other people, because people don't see that very often, and that makes you really lovable and magnetic. So I hope that has you've enjoyed your reading, that's all I have for you in this reading for you today. But thank you for spending your time with me. It's been my honour to read your cards, as always. Do have an amazing week, and if you feel called to, please check out my website. My beautiful book, Attract Soulmate Love, is available on there if you are looking to attract your soulmate into your life, or if you have already met your soulmate but you're not quite on the same page and you feel like there's a way that you need to shift to come into energetic alignment, then that may be for you. So check that out, see if it resonates with you. But have an amazing week. I'm sending you all a big hug, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, this is the reading for everybody in group number 2. So let's take a look at the cards and see why it is that people love you, why they love to have you in their lives. So I'm just going to pop this down so that you can see the cards, and then I will take a look at the energies in these cards. So we've got the World, beautiful 3 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, the beautiful Lovers card, the Spirit Animal card Nightingale, the card Confidence from the Wild Offering Oracle deck. All my decks are linked in the description box if you want to know which one's which. And this is the beautiful card Soul Work. Okay, let's move this back up. So what I'm seeing here is that with the Soul Work card is that you are somebody who is really doing their dharma, if you've heard of that expression, just doing something in life, or maybe you're working towards that, or Spirit is really taking you in that direction, or will take you in that direction. But I sense that this is part of who you are. It's in the fabric of your nature. It's woven into you, into your being, is what I'm sensing with this. So you're doing your soul work, and this just means that you are in right alignment. You are doing what it is that you were destined to do in this life, or you are working towards that goal. You've had that seed of intention planted in your consciousness, and that is something that you want to do. You have a specific purpose in this life, and maybe you're doing it or you're on the path to doing it, but this makes you very lovable because it's not everybody does that, not everybody thinks to do that, not everybody connects to life in that way. It just makes you very lovable. It makes you very sort of honorable in that way. It means that you are acting out of integrity. It means that you're acting out of your truth, and that makes you very magnetic to other people. We have this beautiful card Confidence here. Just says to me that you've just big energy, lovely, confident nature, a big, lovely smile. And the thing with confidence is that when you believe in yourself, other people believe in you. So you've just got that confidence to be able to go through life. Like, I just sense that you believe in yourself. And whatever it is that you want to do, it doesn't cross your mind to doubt that in any way, or to doubt your potential, or to doubt your abilities. Excuse me. Maybe you do occasionally because you're human. You know, we all have that time, but on the whole, you're just like, I'm just doing what I'm doing, and it doesn't cross your mind that you should be doing anything else, or that you should, or that you're not worthy, or that you are not good enough to take your place, take up space in this life. Confidence is very magnetic. This is why you are lovable to other people. When you believe in you, when you love and appreciate yourself, then it makes it very easy for other people to love and appreciate you. Now we have this beautiful Nightingale energy, which I just think is, no, it's never going to focus. Is so beautiful. Now this speaks of a really incredible specialness. I think you are really special. You may not know this because to you, you're just normal, you're just you. But to other people, you have a specialness. This speaks of a uniqueness. There's something in you, this sort of tapestry of you, of all the threads woven up together that make you, you, which is very unique. Maybe you see the world in a unique way. Maybe you go about life in a different way to other people. Maybe just all these threads of all the different things that you are interested in weave together to make something very special. So it means that you're very authentic. I see you really shining your light. I wouldn't be surprised if you did something to do, or that you do something to do with your voice. Maybe you sing, maybe you're musical, maybe you share your voice through writing, through journalism, through journaling, or writing poetry, or maybe it's something you do in the world, maybe it's something you do for yourself, but your voice, your opinion, the way you see the world is quite specific, and other people really appreciate that. They see that it's different, they are drawn to that. That makes you very magnetic, and it makes you it's like you're just singing your own song. This makes you very lovable, definitely. And what I'm sensing is that you may be a healer as well. This is a beautiful, gentle energy when we see the Nightingale. So you may be a healer of some description, or work in a healing profession, or just helping other people. But also you may be a light worker. You may be here to help to raise the vibration of the planet and to help people expand their consciousness through healing work, through energetic work, or just merely by being yourself and then helping other people to be themselves, which I think is really nice. There's a gentleness here. This indicates like that you hold space for other people as well, for their creative endeavors, for to hear what it is that they have to say, and just for other people and how they express themselves is what I'm hearing. So this is very beautiful. It makes you very lovable. That gentleness, that energy, that authenticity makes you very lovable. Also, we have the beautiful card, the Lovers. Now I sense with this that you have a divine counterpart, and that it makes you very lovable to that one person because you are their divine counterpart. So that is one of the reasons why you're lovable to a very specific person. I love seeing the Lovers in a reading. So I also sense that, again, this speaks of you holding space for other people. I feel like you connect very deeply to people, like you're not interested in being on the surface of things. I sense that from the Nightingale energy as well. Like you're quite deep. You're a deep person and you like to connect very deeply to other people. And people really sense that. Maybe they feel like they don't have a connection like that with everybody, and they really love to be in your energy. And what I sense is that you mirror things back to people. With this Lover's energy, you mirror things back to people in a way that gives them a lot of clarity. It helps them to see themselves better. It helps them to see their problems and their solutions, and to get clarity on their situation. And this is the gift that you give to other people just by being yourself. In your energetic frequency, you mirror these things back to people, is what I'm sensing. This makes you very lovable. It makes you very authentic, makes you very magnetic to people in this way. You know, that they'll seek you out, that they feel safe in your space, that you really enrich their lives by being able to mirror them in this way, to give them clarity in this way. So I think that is really nice. Seven of Pentacles, this indicates that you're a hard worker. People really respect that. That makes you very loving, lovable as well. And also, I just feel like you're the sort of person who never complains. I feel like you've got a lot of gratitude in your heart for the things that you've got in your life and the people in your life. And I feel like other people look at you and just think, maybe I could be a little bit more like that. Maybe I should be a little bit more grateful. Because even when things are tough, even when life is boring, even when you've got to go to work and do something you don't want to do on a rainy day, you just never complain. You just get up, you get on, you do what you need to do, you go in the direction of your goals. This is what I'm sensing. And also, you're just patient as well. You know, people see that you're working towards your goals. Maybe you haven't seen the fruit of your labor yet, but people really respect that you just carry on with the hustle, that you're working towards things, and that, you know, they believe in you because you believe in yourself. So, and in the fullness of time, you will be successful, because we have the beautiful World card here. So I see that coming in for you. That makes you very lovable, that you're so tenacious in what it is that you're doing. We have the World card here. You will be successful in whatever it is that you do. You give it you give that energy out to other people. People want to be a part of that. That makes you very lovable. May also be that you've traveled quite a lot, makes you quite an interesting person. Maybe you've moved to lots of different locations. Maybe you've traveled the world. Maybe you've got aspirations to travel and you know a lot about different places in the world, and and that you know about places and things to do, and you're quite passionate about that, and it's people like to talk to you about those things because you open up a whole new world to them. That makes you very lovable. It's expansive energy. It helps to expand their energy. It helps to expand their consciousness, and that makes you very lovable because you're giving a lot through your own passion for things that are going on in the world, through travel, through expansion in that field. Three of Cups, you're just good to be around. I sense you're very sociable. I sense that you're the life and soul of the party, or like even if you're an introvert sort of person like I am, just when you're in that group of people, that special group of people that you like to have around you, you really add to the dynamic, to the mix of that, which I think is really good. You make a really good friend. You're a really good listener. I sense you really, you really bring something to any social events. Maybe you just bring your energy, you just help people to gel, you really help like people who don't know each other to connect with one another and make sure that they feel comfortable, is what I'm sensing. You're just really enjoyable company, you're easygoing. That makes you really lovable, being easygoing, not being high maintenance like some people are. And you're just a team player. So I just see you that you like to get involved in group projects, that you prefer to sort of be working with other people, be hanging out with other people, rather than being on your own, and that you really gel with that, you really get energy from that, makes you very lovable. And then beautiful Queen of Pentacles here as well. Again, this speaks of your authenticity that we saw here with the Nightingale. Again, it speaks of you, when I see it with Three of Cups, of being able to put people at their ease, which is such a lovely gift, such a lovely thing to be able to do. I feel like you take care of other people, like you're always just like, do you need, can I get you a coffee? Do you need your drink fixing? Let me get you a chair. There isn't a chair at this table. You're always just on the lookout, just sensing what other people's needs are and just making them comfortable. But this isn't at the expense of you and your own needs, and that you really know what your needs are. You're happy to express your needs, just like, I'm too cold, I'm too warm. I need more affection, or I need this, or I need that, or the music's too loud, or I'd rather go to this place because it vibes with me more. You're really happy to speak your needs, and that makes people feel very safe. It's like they know where they're at with you when you express yourself in this way. So I sense that you're very abundant. You've got lots of love to give. So you're abundant in terms of love. You give love, you receive love. You're abundant in terms of affection. You love to hug and cuddle people and link arms with them. And you're abundant in terms of your prosperity as well. Just like you know how to get a good bargain is what I'm hearing. Maybe you like thrifting. You're working towards your goals here. So when I've got Seven of Pentacles with the World and the Queen of Pentacles, this is somebody who's working towards their goals and will be successful. So people find that very inspiring as well. They're just like, maybe I should be a little bit more focused. Maybe I should work a little bit harder. And maybe I might see some of the results that I want to see in my own life. So people find that very inspirational. Again, this speaks of authenticity, which I think is really nice. And just quite charming as well. Just quite charming, but not in a scary way. Just, in that putting people at their ease, and just coming from that authentic place of being happy in yourself. And that makes you very magnetic for other people, makes you very lovable indeed, which I think is really nice. So yeah, lots of facets to your personality, lots for people to love about you, lots of positivity there as well. So I hope that you have enjoyed this reading. That's all that I have for you today. It's been my honor to read your cards. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. If you feel called to, please check out my collection of guided meditations and affirmations to help to raise your vibration. They're all linked in the description box. People have been writing to me with their stories of transformation, telling me about how they've shifted their blocks in their lives to really get going and overcome stagnation and create positive change in their lives as a result of doing this work. So do check that out if it resonates with you, of course. But have an amazing week. You're always in my thoughts. I'm sending you all a big hug, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. So take care now. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, this is the reading for everybody who picked group number 3. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's take a look at the energies in these cards and see what messages we have from Spirit about why you are so lovable and why you are so precious in people's lives, okay? I'm just going to move this down so that you can see the cards a little bit more clearly while I do this. So we have beautiful Knight of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Four of Wands, Ten of Swords in the reverse, Strength. The Animal Spirit card, Lion. If you like any of my cards, they're all linked in the description box. We have the card Abundance. And we have the card Explorer as well. So this is interesting. Let me move you back up. There we go. So what I'm seeing with this, what I'm hearing from these cards, from this reading, first of all, is that you are solid. You're just solid, like really grounded, really connected to your root chakra, really solid. And just this emphasis on what you see is what you get with you. Like there's no agenda with you. You're not operating out of your ego. You're not wearing a mask. You're just happy to be your authentic self. And that makes other people feel very safe, which I think is really good. So what I'm sensing here with this Knight of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Four of Wands is that you're very dependable. So you've got this solid nature and this authenticity, and you're very dependable, which means like if you say you are going to do something, if you say you're going to help someone out, you'll help them. If you say you're going to help them move house, you will help them. If you say you're going to call them at a particular time, you will call them. If you say, oh, I'll ring you later to see how you're getting on with someone who's called you because they're having a bad day, you will do that. You follow up on what you say. That makes you super lovable because you are reliable and people know where they're at with you. It makes them feel very safe. It makes them feel very connected to you. It's very easy to connect to somebody who is like that, who is genuine. This is what I'm hearing from these cards, that you're just very genuine is what I'm getting with this. So that you're very trustworthy as well. People find that very lovable about you, that you've got this trustworthiness, like you would never lie or, you know, try and lie your way out of a situation or anything like this, whereas other people may be tempted to do that. So it just you wouldn't feel comfortable with that. You wouldn't want to do that. So this is what I'm sensing here. So I feel like people really respect you because of this earthiness, this groundedness that you've got. It makes you, it's like you act out of integrity, which is very rare in the world now, and that people really respect you for it. So I think this is really beautiful. It makes you very lovable, makes you very easy to love. I feel like you may be quite spiritual with this Hierophant energy, and that people may come to you for advice because you give good advice is what I'm hearing. Like you give people a lot of clarity. If they come to you with their problems, you are able to give them a lot of clarity and like wisdom is what I'm hearing. So like you have some wisdom, you're able to really get the measure of the situation when it's other people's problems in their lives and really help them out on that level, which is really good. I feel like you are maybe quite traditional in a way. I feel like maybe you're the sort of person who would like to get married and have a family in that order and do this, or just you're just quite traditional about sort of working and saving towards your pension and those traditional goals in society. Maybe you dress in quite a traditional way, you know, you're not into like really crazy looks or something like this, or maybe you do, but you've just got this traditional nature whereby if you're a woman and you have children, you'd like to be able to be at home at least part of the time to take care of them when they're young, or you really see yourself being married, or family is really important to you. You understand the value of family, you understand the value of having children, or I sense that maybe you really like children. you enjoy them, you like playing with children, you know, that's good fun, that kids really like you as well. You've got that playful nature. I'm sensing that. So I feel like you're building a lot towards your future as well. When I see the Knight of Pentacles, the Hierophant and the Four of Wands like this, like you've got a long range vision for your future. You know, like I'm hearing like your life is mapped out, like you know what it is that you want. You want to be married, you want to be settled down, you want to have a certain amount of money, you want to live in a certain kind of house, whatever it is. It may be traditional, it may not be, but it's just, you just know what it is that you want. You've got this long-term vision. And this makes you very lovable to other people. Find you very lovable because they feel very safe with you. You're very trustworthy. They know what it is that they are, what you're all about, that you've got no agenda, you know, you're not wearing a mask, so they can connect to you very deeply. And this just makes you very lovable, very easy to be around, very easy to connect to. And then those sorts of people are very easy to love, which is really nice. And also just people really respect you in that way because they know that you have got their back. This is what I'm hearing. They know that you have got their back, and this is really, this makes for a deeper connection, which makes you really lovable. Now it's interesting here because we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse, we have the beautiful Strength card, and then we have again another lion, more lion imagery here in this. So, and then combined with this Ten of Swords, I feel like you have overcome some sort of challenge or difficulties. What I'm sensing is that you don't let things get you down for very long. So even when life has really sent you a curved ball, when life has been very difficult and challenging, things have come out of the blue, you've had the rug ripped out from underneath you, you don't let it get you down for long. Whatever it is, you may get down, and that is absolutely natural and fine, but you don't let it get you down for long. Like, you know, you grieve it for a bit, or you mull it over for a bit, but then after a few hours or a few days or a few weeks, you're just like, right, I am back. And I'm going to make the best out of what it is that I've got. I'm super grateful for what it is that I've got. And I'm going to focus on those things in my life. So I feel like you have overcome some difficulties in your life. Maybe you had a challenging childhood. Maybe you just had a lot of problems in your life, or financial problems. But I feel like you're very determined, is what I'm hearing. You're very determined just to get through. Maybe even the experiences that you've had in the past have made you more determined to create this solid future for yourself and the people that you love, for your family, for the people around you. Maybe these things that have held you back have made you more determined. So I feel like people really, really respect that. It makes you very lovable. I feel like it may be the case that you've got a limitation in your life. Maybe you've got a physical limitation with your body. Maybe you've got a health challenge. Maybe your limitation is that you have quite a lot of debt or something like this, which wasn't your fault. But it hasn't, whatever this is, it hasn't stopped you from going towards your goals and achieving your dreams. This is a really, really specific message that I'm getting here. It hasn't stopped you from going towards your dreams and goals, and from achieving good things, and to working towards achieving good things. This is getting such powerful energy from this. This is super lovable. People see you in a really good light, is what I'm hearing. And I feel like you're really optimistic about things, you know, really grateful and optimistic, even when things are bad, even when life is against you, even when things haven't worked out how you wanted them to, you still just power on. Okay, I feel like you have got a really can-do attitude. You're like, I'm not going to focus on that negativity. I'm going to do me. I'm focusing on what's available to me. I'm focusing on the solutions. You've got this real can-do attitude. People find this very inspiring. They're like, gosh, if they can do it, I can do it. This is what they're sensing. I sense you've got a lot of integrity. I think I mentioned that earlier, but again, this speaks of you having a lot of integrity, and I sense that you are an excellent problem solver. Like, other people want to like stay in stagnation. They want to stay in the mire of their own problems. We all have problems, but you are solutions focused. You're just like, okay, you identify the problem, that's the first step, and then you look for the solutions. So people find that very inspiring. Maybe you are able to help out other people with their problems and challenges, and your experience, is what I'm hearing, also helps other people. So I think that is really beautiful, that like you have this inner fortitude. When I see this, you have this inner strength. You've overcome challenges and battles in your life, and you operate out of integrity, and people really admire this about you, is what I'm hearing. Makes you very lovable. Means you've got grit, you've got determination, you are true. You've got like this depth of character, is what I'm hearing. Makes you very lovable as well. Very abundant. We've got the card abundance here. Beautiful abundant energy for you. You're able to manifest abundance. You're working towards abundance. I sense this means to me like you are in the flow of life. Like, energy flows freely for you. You don't let things block you. So you flow love out, and you allow love to flow back into you. Makes you very high vibrational, makes you very positive as well. You're able to express love, but also accept love and receive love as well. And you know that you are worthy. You know that you're worthy of love, and you know that you are worthy of the good things in life, the material things, the lovely home, the lovely vacations, the good medical insurance, you know, the security is what I'm hearing. You feel worthy of those things, and then you will attract those things into your life as a result of that. And again, this grounded, solid energy makes you very lovable, and that free-flowing energy as well enriches other people's lives. So, and then we have this card, Explorer. So it may be that you are quite well traveled, or it may be that you have aspirations to travel, or I'm just sensing that you just have like an openness to new things. So if someone says try this new food, you're like, yeah. Go to this new place, yeah, I want to do that. You see everything as an opportunity. You're happy to say yes to new experiences, and you know, you do have this can-do attitude. Other people, maybe they have limitations, they hold themselves back. You're just like, no, I'm getting on with this, I'm going to give it a go, I'll give it my best shot, what's the worst that can happen? So you've just got this open nature, this openness to new experiences, this openness to trying new things that maybe you're not sure of, this openness to going to new places, and you're just really willing just to see what comes of that. And you don't give yourself a hard time if it doesn't work out really well. You're just like, okay, everything's just an experience. So this makes you very enthusiastic about life, and it helps other people to become enthusiastic about their own lives. This openness that you have draws other people to you in the most beautiful way, and they see your openness, your open-heartedness. I can really feel it in my heart space, and that makes them want to be a bit more open. They're just like, oh, maybe I should. You know, it helps them to recognize their own limitations and think, oh, maybe I could try something new, or maybe I could just be a bit more open to things and just see how things pan out, rather than wishing that everything turns out a certain way. Just being more accepting of how things are. So that is beautiful, and it makes you very lovable as well. So it helps people to expand their view of the world. So yeah, very lovable, makes you very interesting. So that's all I have for you in your reading today. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments how it has resonated with you. I love to hear what is going on with you in your lives. If you feel called to, please check out my beautiful collection of guided meditations and affirmations to help to raise your vibration. People have been writing to me with their stories of transformation as to how they have overcome their blocks towards love and money. Really powerful stories, and really lovely to hear. So if you want a bit of that in your life, do check that out. It's available through my website, which is linked down below, but just see if it resonates with you. And if you haven't checked it out for a while, I've got a lot of new ones that I've put up recently, and more new meditations coming online soon. So yeah, do check that out. Only if it resonates with you. But have an amazing week. You're always in my thoughts. I'm sending you a big hug, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye bye. Hey everybody, welcome to everybody who picked group number 4. This is your reading. So I'm going to take a look at the energies in the cards and see what it is that people love about you and why they love to have you in their lives. So I'm just going to move this camera down so that you can see what I am looking at. So we've got the World, Knight of Wands, the Emperor, Judgment, 8 of Swords in reverse, the beautiful animal spirit card Dolphin, the card Trust, and the card Sacred Sexuality. Alright, I'm going to move you back up. There you go. So this is interesting. What I'm seeing here is somebody with has got either a strong personality, not in a bad way, you're just who you are, or just somebody that's got like quite a complex character. This is what I'm seeing here, because we've got quite a few major arcana cards here, which I think is really interesting. So I see with this Sacred Sexuality card, maybe people find you quite sexy, maybe you're very attractive, maybe people see you as attractive, even if you don't see yourself that way. Maybe that you are attractive in an unconventional way. I also see that you're quite comfortable with your body, so you don't have any of these body hang-ups or body issues that many of us have, and many of us are encouraged to have by the media. So it may be that something that you have had in the past and you've since been able to heal, or something that you're getting over, but you just feel more self-assured, more confident in yourself, more confident in your body. You're able to love your body and feel that gratitude for it being just an amazing vehicle through which you experience life. And people love you for that. They absolutely love you, because maybe it's not something that they have for themselves. They haven't been able to come home to themselves in the same way that you have. So this is what I'm seeing here. This is also really playful energy, especially when I see it with the dolphin. So it's just like maybe you're quite flirtatious, maybe you're quite fun to be around. I think you connect really well with people at that level, at that sort of just enjoying life, having fun, making jokes, this sort of thing, which I think is really good. And this is really an energy of creativity as well. When I see, look at the beautiful colors in these cards. So this is really an energy of creativity. So maybe you're quite a creative person, or you're just really good at solving problems through creative means, or you have a lot of ideas about things, or you see the world in quite a poetic or creative or expansive way. So yeah, definitely playful, like to have a bit of a laugh is what I'm seeing here, definitely. We also have this beautiful card Trust, which I love. So people find you really trustworthy. I do sense that you have this grounded energy, especially here with the Emperor that we have, which we'll talk about in a moment. And I feel like people can tell you things about themselves that maybe they wouldn't tell other people, or they would tell you something in confidence, and they know that you would keep that to yourself, that you would take it with you to the grave. You wouldn't use it as gossip, you wouldn't use it against them. You just, if someone wants to open up to you, they can. And people trust you in that way. That makes you very lovable, which I think is really beautiful. Now with this Emperor energy, I'm just sensing, like, again, very confident, you know, like we were talking about this confidence earlier, confident in yourself, confident in your ability to take up space in the world, say, yes, I belong as part of this human family. Yes, I belong here. You know, so many people who write to me, people who I talk to, just feel like they're unworthy of their place in life, but I don't sense that with you. I sense that you're grounded. I sense that you're happy to take up space in the world. You're not intimidated by things or people, and maybe you have leadership qualities. I feel like, you know, wherever it is that you go, whatever stage you're at in life, even if you were in high school or in college or you're just starting out in your career, you have these leadership qualities. You take things quite seriously and you're able to bring a level of maturity to things. I feel like you're an old soul, so you're able to see things in this more mature way, and I think that is really good. I think maybe you have like an aspect of your personality which is quite disciplined. So I think you have this beautiful balance here between work and play. You know, because if you're all serious, then, you know, that would make you quite a tough cookie to crack. But I think you've got this nice balance within your own energetic frequency of work and play. So I feel like maybe you're quite intellectual, you're quite logical in your approach to things as well. With this, when we see this Emperor energy, I feel like you're what is it I want to say, like you've got the courage of your convictions. So if you see something that you feel is wrong, you will speak out about it. You won't worry about being disliked. You won't worry about causing, you know, rocking the boat or causing ripples. You will just say, this that I'm seeing, I believe that this is wrong, and you're happy to speak out about that. You're happy to share your truth with the world. You know, you're happy to share your opinions about things. Maybe you've got your opinion about politics or just how you think the way things should be. Like you have quite good clarity about that, and you're happy to share that, and you share it in a really clear way. And this makes you very lovable. But what I'm hearing is that people know where they stand with you, particularly when we have this trust as well. So they know where they stand when they're with you, and you bring a lot of clarity, and you bring like this kind of weightiness to things because you have these more mature arguments about things. You have these more mature, considered opinions. And some people are like, wow, I wish I could express myself a bit more like that. So this is what makes you really lovable to people. Now, I feel like when I see the Knight of Wands and the World together like this, that you're quite adventurous, that maybe you have quite an adventurous spirit. Maybe you want to travel or you like traveling. I feel like the world is your oyster. I definitely feel like you see the world as excuse me, I'm just gonna have to have some water. I've been talking a lot today. So the world is your oyster. You see your cup as half full in life. Lots of people see their cup as half empty. You see the cup as half full, like you just love life. You've got a lot in life that you think is just brilliant about it. You love being here. You can't wait to experience more things. And I feel like, I just wonder again, when I see the world and this judgment, whether maybe you've been through some sort of transformation in your life, where maybe I'm hearing maybe you overcome mental health challenges or depression, or you didn't always quite used to be this way. You weren't quite vibing in this way quite so much. You know, maybe you didn't like life so much as you do now, or you weren't as grateful as you are now, or you didn't feel as comfortable in yourself as you do now. And there's been this sort of transformation. I think there are people in your life who've been with you on this journey, and they've seen this transformation, and that makes you very lovable. They see that you are able to expand, that you're able to learn and grow and transform, and they've seen that transformation, and that has made you very lovable to them. They see that, they see your depth of character that you have. So, but I see you as being the cup's half full. You're really excited about life. You really want to see the world. Your enthusiasm is infectious. That's why people love you. They love to be in that energy, that upbeat energy that you have for sort of loving life. You may be a performer. That may be just a hobby, or it may be your job. Maybe you're in a band, or you like singing. You like to get up on a stage, or even if that's not how it's resonating with you, maybe I just feel like you're the sort of person that really likes to just be at the center of things. You're the sort of person that tells a really good story, that has like a really good punchline and can make everybody laugh at the end of it. And you talk about your experiences and can make I think also, I feel like with this trust card, when people come to you with their problems, you can often make them laugh at the end of it. So that sort of laughter through tears, you know, you can help them to see the funny side of things when there is one, or you can just help them just to shift their vision if they're really like down in the dumps about something, which I think is really good. I feel like you're really curious about life as well when I see this Knight of Wands in the world. Like, you love new experiences, but also you love new people. You're not afraid to walk into a room of people and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so frightened, what if I get judged? Or just say, hey, here I am, let's get to know each other. What are you all about? And you're interested in other people. So many people are really like closed off. They're shut down in their shell, you know, behind their technology or their media, or behind some sort of facade that they've built up around themselves. But you're just like, oh, you know, that they can't reach out. They don't have this curiosity about other people. But you're just like, yes, let's riff. Tell me about you. I want to know what's going on with you. I want to learn new things. What is it that you've got to teach me? So I think that is really beautiful as well. I feel like you're really doing your own thing in life. You're not, you do what you want to do. I'm definitely sensing that here, and it doesn't occur to you to be any other way other than what it is that you are doing. There's a lot of movement in your life, is what I'm sensing as well, especially with this 8 of Swords in the reverse, because in the upright this would indicate a lot of stagnation, being stuck in a depression. So maybe this is something you've come out of from the past, but I just feel like you're the sort of person who has this forward motion. You know, you've got goals, you're working towards them. I feel like you are the kind of person who needs a lot of excitement in life. Like, you're always looking for something new. You do one thing and then you're done with that, you want something else. And there's just always this excitement. You're always looking for something to stimulate you, something new to learn, something new to experience, is what I'm sensing. People love that about you because you introduce them to so many other things, and your enthusiasm for the new things that you experience is infectious. You love sharing your experiences with other people, and in turn that enriches their life, which makes you very lovable to them. So I think this is really good. You love to be around people, definitely. I sense that you're kind of very empowered as well when I see the World and the Emperor in this way, the Knight of Wands, and this 8 of Swords in the reverse. You're really in your own power, you're owning it. So you have that sort of strength of character, and this indicates to me that, I don't know how to put it, just like you take self-responsibility for things. You know that you're responsible for your own finances, that you're responsible for your own experiences, for how good your life is, for your health even. So you take personal responsibility for things. I feel like you're always looking for opportunities. This is also what I see here with the World card. You're always looking for opportunities. How can I make more money? How can I meet new people? How can I do something new? How can I make my dream come true? So I think, again, there's this infectious, there's this big personality, there's this infectious enthusiasm about you. You make people want to be more lighthearted, you make people want to laugh more, makes you very lovable. Also, just again, this is sensual energy with the Knight of Wands. So we have this sacred sexuality, this is all about sensuality. Maybe you enjoy physical things, massage, or dancing, or just experiencing yourself or experiencing life in your body, which, you know, not everybody does, and again is very inspiring to people, makes you very lovable. I feel like you have this really amazing spiritual component to your personality as well, which makes you very magnetic to other people. I feel like maybe this journey that you've been on has led you through some sort of spiritual expansion, that you're into your spiritual development. Maybe this is something that's new to you, whereby you want to explore your spiritual side. Maybe you're going on retreats, maybe you've started meditation, and you're sort of getting into these things a little bit, or you're into them already, and other people find that interesting about you. They like it that you have this depth of character. You like it that they like it that you've got soul. They like it that you're interested in these spiritual things, which they may not have thought about or considered before makes you very lovable, because you are expanding their world. There's so much. I feel like you're a very positive person here with the Knight of Wands, with the World, with the Emperor, with this beautiful dolphin energy, which is so positive. So I feel like definitely beautiful expansive energy and really positive, and people love to be around people who are confident and positive. It's such magnetic energy, and that is why people love you. I also feel like you're not quick to judge. So if some gossip comes out, someone's like, oh, someone's having an affair, or this is happening, or they've been doing this or that, I feel like you're not quick to judge. You're just like, you let other people get on with what they've got to say, and you're just like you can see the bigger picture. So you're just like, I'm just going to wait until I've got all the facts. I'm going to wait until I've got all the information before I make this judgment, which makes you quite measured in a way. I definitely see that combined with the Emperor. So I just see you, people see you as really lovable because you've got this grounded energy, but you still know how to have a good time. You know, I think you take your work very seriously. You know, you've got goals, you know where it is that you're going, but at the end of the day, you know how to have fun, how to have a good time, and your energy is contagious. You know, that expansive energy of how you want to experience so much. Other people want to get involved in that, and that makes you very magnetic, and it makes you very lovable as well, because you are an amazing person. I can definitely see that here with this beautiful dolphin energy. This is a card of a blessing. The dolphin energy is a card of a blessing, so the people who get to meet you and connect with you really see you as a blessing in their life. And this may not be, when we see the dolphin, it may not be something that you recognize in yourself. You may not be able to recognize your own uniqueness or your unique gifts that you have to give to the world, but other people certainly see them and will continue to see them. And that is why you are so lovable. So that's everything that I have for you in this reading today. It has been my honor to read your cards. Let me know how it resonates with you and what is going on with you in your lives. You know, I love to hear from you. So connect with me down in the comments. If you feel called to, please check out my book, Attract Soulmate Love. I've written it from the heart. It is transforming people's lives. I'm getting such amazing feedback on this book. So if you are looking to meet your soulmate, or you are hoping to draw your soulmate into your life, or you've already met them but you're not quite on the same page, this has got great tips for you as to how you can get into energetic alignment with them. So check that out. It's on my website, only if it resonates with you, of course. But have an amazing week. It has been so lovely sharing this energy with you, sharing this time with you. Do take good care of yourselves. I'm sending you a big hug, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, this is the reading for everybody who picked group number 5. So I'm going to take a look at the energies in these cards and see what it is that makes you so lovable and why people love to have you in their lives. So I'm just going to tilt the camera down a little bit so that you can see what it is that I'm seeing. So we have beautiful King of Swords, the Star, Justice, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, the Animal Spirit card, Dragon, from the Wild Unknown deck. If you want to see any of my decks, they're all linked in the description box. We have the card Perfectionism from the Wild Offering Oracle deck, and we have this beautiful card, Dare to Dream, which depicts a claw holding onto a diamond. So let's just see. I'm going to move this back up. Alrighty. So what I'm seeing here is, first of all, is somebody who, with this Dare to Dream, which I think is so powerful and amazing, I see somebody who has got a big vision. I think you have got a big dream. Maybe you want to be famous. Maybe you want to get a book published. I don't know. Maybe it is that you want to become a millionaire or start a business or be an entrepreneur or just something which there are other people who wouldn't allow themselves to dream this big, to have, or don't think that it's possible for them. But you don't have these limitations. Now I feel that this dream that you haven't told everybody about it. You've only told like a select few people. But I feel like people think this is very lovable about you, because you're not limited in that same way that maybe they are, or that maybe other people are, that you think outside the box, that you've got this big vision for your life, which I think is really exciting, and people really see that. I feel like also maybe it might resonate that you just see the potential for things, how the world can be improved, how the environment can be saved, big visions, big ideas about things, how things can be made better in this world for the good of everybody. So just like big visionary ideas, which I think is interesting, because the dragon is a card of being a visionary as well. Someone who sees, this is kind of magical really, these two together, the colors are so beautiful. This is somebody who sees a little bit deeper. This is a card of sacred intelligence. So sacred intelligence is really wisdom. So you have the intelligence here with the King of Swords, of just that sort of, people respect the intelligence that you have, but you also have this deeper vision, this deeper intelligence, which is wisdom. And I see that represented here with the star and justice. So a lot of wisdom, which people really respect, that they can really pick up on from you, that you've got this deeper nature, which is a vibe that you don't get from everybody. It's like you're not living on the surface of things particularly. You've got this deepness, this depth of character to you, which I think is really beautiful. So this dragon also indicates that you're a really excellent friend. The dragon is a great friend to anybody. So this makes you very lovable because you're such a good friend to people. So I really love this. With this perfectionism that we've got here, I just feel that you are often, perfectionism is maligned as being a negative trait, but I just feel that you are a person who likes to do things properly and likes to get things done. Maybe you've got really neat handwriting, maybe you go the extra mile. This is what I'm hearing, that you really go the extra mile to get that project completed, or to help out that friend, or whatever it is. You give your all to everything, and people recognize that you do this. The people who matter recognize that you do this, and that makes you very lovable to them. So I feel like you do things properly. I feel like you do things really thoroughly as well. Like nothing slips through the cracks, nothing gets lost. So you're quite detail orientated, you're quite good at sifting through a lot of information. I definitely sense that with the King of Swords energy as well, that you can sift through quite complex information, or an instruction manual, or a lot of data, and you're really good at doing that, and you don't miss things. Maybe like you're a proofreader or something like this, or people would ask you to do something like that. It's just a message that I'm getting, but you've just got this detail orientated part to your nature where you're very thorough. Okay, so take it how it resonates, but you're just very thorough about doing things properly. If someone asks you to help out and I don't know, maybe bring something to a party, you don't forget things, and you make sure you do it, and you make sure it's good quality, and you make sure it's done properly. And I sense maybe you like routines as well. Maybe you've got you're into taking care of yourself. Maybe you've got those morning routines that you see on YouTube, where people are like, this is my evening routine, this is my morning routine. You like to do things properly. Now people love this about you because they cannot imagine being like that. They're so random and chaotic, and you're just like, I'm learning these skills about life. I'm learning how to be organized, how to be efficient. And they just see that as part of your character, and it makes you very lovable. But also, they want to emulate that as well. They want to be a bit less chaotic in their own lives. But so you're quite inspiring in that way, is what I'm sensing here as well, which I think is good. We've got the Seven of Pentacles here, which I think is really good. I feel like you're very measured. I feel like you're very hardworking. I feel like maybe you're a bit of a hustler. You're always looking for opportunities to make money, to look for side hustles, or to get that promotion, or to take on a few more hours, and then you really save that money rather than frittering it away. I feel like you're good at making money. I feel like maybe you haven't seen the rewards of your efforts yet, yet, but you will do in time. But people, again, they really respect that you are a hard worker. And I feel like you are happy to take the time to invest in people and really get to know them so that you can connect with them on a deep and meaningful level. Like we were talking about you being such a good friend. This is because you take the time to really get to know people, like you're interested in other people, you want to ask them questions, and you take the time, like you're a good friend in the fact that you remember people, you remember their birthday, you remember to send them a card or a note or a message or to get them a gift, and not turn up empty-handed. Just this thoughtfulness is what I'm hearing with this. This is why you're a good friend, but you always turn up on time, you always keep the plans that you've made with them, you always make time to see them, and you develop this deeper connection with them. And I feel like you really like to get to know people. You're not happy with just knowing the surface of things and things just being a bit of a laugh. You're just like, well, you want to know what makes people tick, and this makes you very lovable because you can connect with people on such a deep level, because they feel when they're with you that they're really heard, that they're really seen on a spiritual and energetic level when they're with you. And this is why they love you. They get a lot of satisfaction from being in your company, from having you in their lives, is what I'm hearing. There's a lot here which I think is super interesting about fairness. King of Swords, Justice, Six of Pentacles, all about fairness. So again, I feel like you're very measured in the way that you do things. You're not all caught up in chaos like lots of people are. I feel like you really give people the benefit of the doubt. You don't leap to conclusions about things. Again, you don't take the time to get the facts, to get the information, to find out what the truth is. And I feel like you'd never lie. Like if people want to know, they can just trust you to give them the truth. If people want to know the truth about something, if they really, really want to know the answer, they will ask you, because they trust you to give them the truth and not sort of mince their words. So if they're just like, do you think this person is cheating on me? Or maybe they come to you and just say things like that. Or do you think this is the best relationship for me? Or should I take this job? Or is this person taking advantage of me? I can't tell. If they come to you with their life problems, they can trust you to speak the truth and to tell them the truth in a way that is gentle, not harsh, gentle, and they can take it from you. When they speak to you in this way, you give them a lot of clarity, is what I'm hearing now. So I feel like you are the kind of person like people will come to for approval for things. You know, should I be in this relationship? Should I be wearing this coat? What's going on? They value your opinion, is what I'm hearing. This is what makes you really lovable, is that your opinion has weight with people. So I think this is really lovely as well. And then, you know, with the Justice card, this is really a card of reaping what you sow. It's a bit of a law of attraction card as well, really. So I just feel like you have some of those law of attraction skills, like you're able to manifest things, but you know that you reap what you sow. Like if you put this hard work in, if you give to other people, then eventually you will reap what you sow. You will get back out of life. Whereas if you don't put the work in, if you're unkind, then you know that that's going to come back and bite you in the bum. So I feel like you have this sort of awareness, I would go with, which other people recognize. But also I feel like there's like this element of social justice when I see the Six of Pentacles and the Justice card together. Like I feel like you are aware of social justice, of social issues, maybe not afraid to talk about or to look at some of these deeper issues in society that maybe other people want to look away from because they don't know how they can help with that. Maybe you like to volunteer or donate money or petition or for things that you feel are unfair. So you're really into this fairness. You know, maybe you want to protect the environment or you know, raise awareness of people who have less, what is it they want to say? Just, you know, less of a voice is what I'm hearing. So, and this makes, you know, people really admire you for this, for taking an interest in these things, or maybe working towards these things, or just making other people aware of these things. And that makes you very lovable, makes you, you know, you're this good friend, you've got this lovely big heart, and, you know, you're concerned, you have this concern about other people in your community or in society or in the world at large. You've got this big vision that you have, and, you know, you're not just out for yourself. You want the best for as many people as possible, and I just think that makes you very admirable, and that makes you very lovable, just beautifully loving like that as well. And we have the Star card. I think this is just, I love to see the Star card in a reading. I feel like maybe you are a healer in some way. You have a healing presence, definitely, in the lives of the people that you touch. You know, you like a healing presence. I feel like people come to you for comfort, to feel comfort, you know, to get your wisdom that you have to share, to get clarity that you also have to share. You're able to bring clarity into people's situations through talking things through. I feel like you're the sort of person who is a very good listener. So, you know, maybe you bring that comfort through practical things like making a stew or making a bowl of chicken soup and bringing it around to somebody who's in need, or baking some cookies, or maybe you just bring that healing energy by listening and really being able to see that person, you know, create space for them and really listen to them so they feel like they've been really heard. This also indicates that you are just such a loving person as well. I feel like you're really affectionate. You're the sort of person that when you see people, you want to hug them, and you just like to be affectionate with people and reach out and hold people's hand to offer support. So you're not like a cold person. You're very warm, lots of affection there, and people really love that about you. I feel like you're into your self-care as well. This is indicated here with the perfectionism, just like and the Seven of Pentacles. You just like your self-care. Maybe you like to go to the gym, maybe you like to eat properly most of the time, or when you can, and you know when it's time just to step back so you don't get overworked, and just take a bit of time to nourish yourself. People really love that about you, because again, it makes you a very balanced person. So and that makes you really lovable. I feel like this is what I'm sensing from this reading, you set a really good example of a life well lived, or this is something you're working towards. You know, it doesn't mean that you're a perfect person, none of us are, but I just feel like you're doing good things for yourself and for other people and for the world. People really respect that, and it makes you really lovable, because you've got this beautiful loving heart. You've got so much love to share from your heart space, but you're able to receive that love as well, and you know, you're a good friend to people as well, so people can connect with you really deeply because you're such a good listener. So again, I think I've mentioned this, I feel like you give good advice when we see this King of Swords energy here. People trust you to tell the truth. I feel like you're very decisive about what you want. You know, if other people are like, oh, what should we do now? Should we do this? Should we do that? Where should we go? You just decide for them, and they just like it that you will take the responsibility for what's going on. I feel like maybe you have a gift for communication in some way. So maybe it's speaking, maybe it's journalism, maybe it's writing, maybe it's blogging. Maybe it's a podcast, but whatever it is that, like we were talking about, this sacred intelligence, you have wisdom which you can share with the world. Maybe you just share it with those people in your life who you connect with. But this adds richness to people's lives. This really helps people's lives. Maybe it even changes their lives if it helps them to make decisions. Maybe you're helping people to learn. Maybe you're a teacher in a formal or informal capacity. It may also be that you just help people to understand concepts and ideas about things, you're able to communicate that in a way that people understand. And again, that changes their life. And I feel like maybe you speak up about the injustices that we were talking about when other people don't. If you see an injustice in the workplace, if you see bullying, if you see unfairness in any respect on a micro level or a macro level, I just feel like you speak out about it when other people maybe would stay silent because they're frightened of not being liked, or they're frightened of the repercussions. And I think this makes you it means that you act out of integrity. This means that people respect you, and it makes you very easy to love in that way. So yes, that is what people love about you. Lots of beautiful characteristics that you've got, and you know, really well-rounded, and a really good friend, and just beautiful to connect with. So people really appreciate your measured, balanced, fair approach to life, and that is why they love to be in your energy, and they love to have you in their life. Okay, that's everything that I have for you in this reading today. I hope that you have found it beneficial and fun. Please connect with me in the comments. You know I love to hear what's going on with you in your lives and how it has resonated with you. But know that you are worthy. Know that you are lovable and an amazing person. So yeah, I hope that you have taken that away from this reading. If you feel called to, please check out my beautiful collection of guided meditations and affirmations. I'm adding more to the collection all the time because I enjoy doing that so much and sharing that with you all. And people have been saying that they've been getting really transformative results with their money blocks and their blocks towards love and healthy relationships, which is really amazing to hear. So do check that out, see if it resonates with you. It's linked in the description box. But take good care of yourselves. You're always in my thoughts. Have an amazing week. I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye bye.